We all already know that Axie Infinity has made many mistakes in the past, and I want to talk about the series of events that led to its downfall and why Illuvium, I believe, is going to be quite different and just how it compares. So there's going to be three key things I'm going to go over with Axie Infinity. It's three, what I would call its key mistakes. The third one is really, really interesting. It's something you might not have heard as often, so definitely stay through to the end to make sure you don't miss that one at least. Okay. So the first one we need to talk about is the elephant in the room. The Smooth Love Potion, which was their native token that they used for play and earn and those sorts of mechanics. The first thing that needs to be said is that it was very minimal effort to acquire. It was playing, doing daily quests and things and earning tokens for absolutely little to no effort. The big thing you had to have was own some NFTs from the game, which helped give those NFTs value. So as much as I dislike the way they structured their token, I think they did make some interesting decisions, and the game lasted for a while before it blew up, so it's worth noting that. The other issue with this is that there was no maximum supply. The other side to the easy and little effort is it was very easy to bot the game. You could get bots and just farm tokens for very easily. So it's just money making with you're not really putting much into it. So the other thing is that there were very limited ways to use or burn the token, even though that was its main purpose. That being said, the only way using tokens like that really works is if someone wants to. Now, they would want to if they're enjoying playing the game and they want to give back to the game. But if the game's as dull, boring, and a little bit dated as Axie Infinity felt, then it's no shock that people would rather sell the SRP token for a huge profit rather than use it to keep progressing in the game. So that's not a big shocker. On the other hand, Illuvium is going to be using Ethereum as for most of its transactions and things in game, and it actually embeds the NFTs with the value. Now, this could have its own problems, and I'm going to be releasing videos about that in the future. But this doesn't embed this in a token, which is a lot harder to get under control in the future. You can add ways to burn NFTs a lot easier than you can add ways to burn a token. Especially if that token does not have a max supply. The second thing we need to talk about with Axie Infinity is the breeding of Axies. Now, you guys have probably seen the thumbnail with the pyramid scheme meme from The Office. This isn't a shocker that it fell apart, right? The problem is that the Axies you bred could also breed more Axies, so you had an exponential issue. 2 Axies turns into 4, turns into 8, 16, and 32, whereas human beings can't do the same thing. This technically works if demand meets the supply, but you're not going to exponentially grow your player base forever. Eventually you run out of people with a computer, and then your whole thing crashes into the ground. Now, obviously that's an extreme case, but you can see how the demand and supply misaligns when you have a mechanic like this functioning. Alternatively, in Illuvium, it's quite the inverse of that mechanic. Now, you can mint NFTs by finding them and capturing them, but that's not particularly easy to do, and it's not a 100% guaranteed chance. And the only way to get the higher tier alluvials are actually to burn them and combine them. And that goes for not just alluvials, but cosmetic items and some other things as well that I'm sure we don't know about. So there's a lot playing in Illuvium's favor for people wanting to burn those NFTs to get either an item of greater value or an item that they just really want because it looks fantastic. So that is definitely the big side to that in Illuvium. I think it's one of its stronger appeals. So the last one that we really have to talk about is the lack of faith in the team. Now, towards when Axie started to see its downfall, many people had suggestions on how they could improve their economic structures and systems. And many people felt like the Axie Infinity team didn't really listen to them. Some might say that eventually they did, but it was all too late. So the lack of listening to their community and the lack of using those billions of dollars they made from the game to fix the game quickly and adjust it. Now, game development is not that easy. Maybe they didn't have the people, and hiring them takes time, a considerable amount of time and effort. It's not that easy to just fix something, right? But the lack of transparency with their community certainly left a sour taste in many people's mouths. And it's mostly the reason I think that they can't really come back from it quite well without a major rebrand or overhaul, which I think they're doing. So I wish them all the best, but this sort of sour taste does not just go away. They also lost a large amount of funds, $600 million, to the Ronin hack, which was obviously gave a lot of media coverage, let's put it that way. So alternatively, Illuvium is overly transparent. Quite frankly, I don't think they should be leaking as much as they do, but they are overly transparent to make sure that the community knows exactly what's happening at every step of the way, and they've done a really good job of that so far. The other side of this is that Illuvium also had a hack take place within their ecosystem, and they caught on to it in like 5 minutes. I have not seen any other team in any other project catch on to something that quickly and deal with it so swiftly, not to mention Kieran paying a lot of people out of pocket. So they've definitely got a great team on them. I think the Illuvium team is one of the best in any company ever. And if I'm proven wrong, then so be it. But I highly believe in the team. And that is where a lot of my conviction actually lies. It's got nothing to do with the game, its mechanics, its competitive scene. That doesn't work without execution. And the team is a large part of that. So I do believe in the team. I know quite a few members from the team now. Just talking to people on things in even just the Discord. Anyone can go in and chat to their team members. There's a lot of them and they're all pretty amazing. So definitely very hyped on that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys think that Illuvium's not going to follow in Axie's footsteps. But you never know. Nothing's perfect. So always do your own research. Please never invest more than you're willing to lose. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Have a good day.